Hey Tax Pros, Tamer here with Tax Nitro, and in our last video we created this awesome calendar. So this was a calendar that we built for a tax office in Houston. Now in this video we're going to show you how to automate the heck out of this calendar so that your show rates are way higher than they were before. We want to try and increase your actual show rate above 50%, because that means if 10 people book, at least 5 will show up, and we know that if 5 people show up, you can put money in your pocket because you can bet that they are going to file their taxes with you. Or if you're a different business in the financial industry, they're going to buy their service and start with you. Alrighty guys, let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do is go to automation, and we are going to go and create a brand new workflow. So you can create folders and stuff and organize everything. Like I have a ton of stuff in here, but we're just going to create new workflow here, and we're going to click start from scratch. There is an appointment booking recipe, an appointment confirmation plus reminder. Trust me, mine is going to be 10 times better. It's going to increase that show rate. It's going to get people to show up. So name your workflow. This is the, the Houston tax office appointment confirmation. Bam. We need to add a workflow trigger to say that whenever someone books an appointment on that specific calendar, to send them messages and maybe even alert my preparers there's been an appointment booked with them. So I'm going to go to the appointment status ones. You guys can even type up here appointment, and there's two types. There's customer booked appointment and there's appointment status. I always recommend using appointment status because whether you, your secretary, or the customer books that appointment, this will fire off to the customer. So event type normal, we're going to add a couple filters. We're going to select the in calendar filter and go find our Houston calendar or whatever calendar that you want to automate. And then we're going to add one more filter, and we're going to do appointment status is confirmed. New may work. I have never tested new. It has always been confirmed as long as I've been at Tax Nitro, so that's what we use. Then you can obviously name this like Houston calendar if you want to, and then save it. So we're going to do a couple things here. We're going to do an immediate reminder. We're going to alert our preparer that a tax appointment has been booked with them. Then I'm going to send them a 24-hour reminder, a 1-hour reminder, and this is up to you. If it's a phone call, I like to do a 10-minute reminder. If it's an in-office appointment, they should be there 10 minutes before. So maybe just stop at the 1 hour and go from there. But we're gonna go all the way through. So I'm gonna show you all the things you can do from here. So first thing I wanna do is I'm gonna add a tag to this contact. And the tag is gonna help me organize. So it's gonna say Houston office appointment, right? This will immediately alert me that a office, like the tag on the contact, will be added, and I can go back and reference that whenever I need to see how many people have booked with my Houston office. This is just a good thing to do for organization. If you have a pipeline built out, I would do a create or update opportunity. I do have a pipeline built out for my John Doe's tax office, and that's going to go into my booked appointments stage. If you don't have this, guys, don't worry. You can skip this part. In the next 10 seconds, we're going to get right into actually emailing our customers. So what do we send them? I'm going to send them an email and a text. Now, this is your confirmation for your appointment with, and then you could put your company name. I'm just going to put Tamer's tax office here. Then I'm going to type in the message, hey, use your custom values, go to contact and use their first name. This is Tamer's tax office. Just wanted to say thanks for booking. Here are your appointment details. And then you can go to custom values, go to appointment, and you can put start date time. This will put in, September 1st at 3 p.m., right? And then if you're doing a physical location that's an in-office appointment, you could say, here is the address. And if you remember in our last video, we used the appointment meeting location to put in the address here. And whoops, sometimes it goes in the wrong spot. Just Control Z to undo. So hold Control and hit Z and then redo that one more time. Let's go, whoops. Okay, appointment, where'd it go? Meeting location, there we go. See you there. And then, sign it with your name, your number, all that good stuff. So what we did was, thank them for booking, give them the appointment time. Here's the address. If you want to add in like, hey, make sure you show up 15 minutes early, or, collect all your documents, whatever you got to say in that confirmation, that's the time to say it. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send a text message, because how cool is it to get a text message if you're not an email person like I am? I freaking love when offices or businesses send me a text message confirmation, because I just suck at email. The only thing that I'm good at email is tax Nitro email, right? So, hey, contact first name, thanks for booking. Here's your appointment details. Same thing, start date time. Here's the address, and then appointment, meeting location. Save it. Boom. Now what do? Now we're gonna go and put in a wait timer. So type in wait for your next action here, and you're gonna switch the wait for from a time delay to an event/appointment time. I'm gonna do before. I would do 48 hours. I would not do, okay, 2 days, I guess, is what it's gonna let me do. So that it tells you the max is here. Actually, that's kind of nice. So 2 days out. Now what I want to say. Oh, looks like you missed something. I'm going to skip all outbound communication actions and wait for the next step if this is already in the past, right? If they book like the day before, I don't want to send them a 2 day before reminder because they'll get confused. So I wait 2 days before, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to set up another email and another text. For the sake of it, guys, copy your first email. I'm just going to put in some placeholders here, but this is going to say, hey, can't wait to see you in 2 days. Here's your appointment. Make sure you show up 15 minutes early. Hit him with the exact same message if you have to. I'm going to do wait before 1 day. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do an email. Hey, can't wait to see you tomorrow. Make sure you bring your tax documents. Make sure you show up at this address. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever you got to do. And then the last one is wait before 1 hour. You could even do 2 hours. I like 1 hour and maybe like 30 minutes here. Just an hour and a half before, and shoot them a quick email and a text. Again, saying, hey, can't wait to see you in a little bit. Your appointment starts at this time, yada, yada, yada. And then boom, this will get people to show up. And if they're not going to show up, they're going to be able to reach out and reschedule because you've communicated with them this entire time about their appointment. So they might feel a little bit guilty about not showing up to this when you're putting in so much effort to, reach out to them every day and shoot them a little text. Now, if you're the kind of business that does not want to send so many texts, here's your modification. You can send out this first email and text. I highly recommend sending that immediate confirmation. And then I would delete the 2 day before. We keep the 1 day before because like I said in the last video, there's a lot of time that could happen between the time that they booked the appointment and the time the appointment actually starts. So the day before is a great place to actually hit them on text one more time and just remind them like, hey, we'll see you tomorrow. And then it's up to you if you want to do that an hour and a half before. I like to keep it in just because, again, the best way to get to people is on their phones. Now, let's talk about settings because this is an appointment, I want to make sure that this fires off anytime. So if someone books an appointment at 2 a.m., it's going to message them at 2 a.m., right? So that's what you want to do. You don't want to set for a specific time because if they sign up at 2 a.m., it's going to wait until 8 a.m. to send them their confirmation. They'll get a little confused. So any time is fine. And if they book during normal hours, they'll get an immediate confirmation right when they book it. Allow multiple if they want to book multiple appointments. So for example, someone maybe cancels their first appointment and rebooks for next week. Multiple will allow them back in this again. Stop on response, leave that off for this specific use case. We don't want someone to say, thanks, I'll be there on the 2 day before reminder, and then they get removed from the workflow because they responded. Now, auto mark as read, I would turn on. It just makes your inbox a lot cleaner in Tax Nitro. So once you have all this done, you're gonna hit publish and then hit save. Now, the super secret sauce to this is I want to alert my preparers that there is Now the super secret sauce to this is that I want to alert my preparers when somebody is booking an appointment with them. So I'm actually gonna search, I'm gonna go back to my workflows. I'm gonna search for that workflow that I just created. I'm gonna duplicate it. And I'm gonna call this Houston Tax Office Alert Preparer or Alert Service Member, right? Whatever this person's job title is, alert them, right? Go ahead and create that. Click on your draft, and that's your new copy. Now, the nice thing is I really just wanted this, the workflow trigger. So you can click on your first action all the way at the top and delete all actions from here, right? Now, the only thing that I want to do is I want to send an internal notification. So your first action should be internal notification. Your type of notification, this is up to you. I'm gonna do email because I don't want to text my preparers at 2 a.m. right? And I'm gonna say new appointment with, and then you could select your little tag, contact, first name, and just say, hey, you have a new appointment with contact, full name. Here, same thing, here's the appointment details. Appointment, start date time, mark your calendar, and save. And I guess you have to do to a user type. So this is the important part, is you're gonna do it to the assigned user. Now I'm gonna recap what we did real quick on our last video, because this is a super important setting, and if you didn't catch it on the last video, you will need it for this little setup here. So what I wanna do is I'm gonna go back to my calendar settings. So go to calendars, go to calendar settings, go into the calendar that you just created a couple minutes ago or whenever you created it, and you're gonna edit this calendar. On the very last page, I want you to make sure that this setting is turned on. Assign contacts to the respective calendar team member each time an appointment is booked. That needs to be turned on because that means when somebody books an appointment on this calendar and Sally is the preparer, they will get automatically assigned to Sally. And then when my workflow kicks in, it'll say, oh, Sally's the preparer. I'm going to send them an email. Now, it is important to note that you have to have the correct email for Sally on her profile in the staff settings. If you don't, it will not go to Sally, right? It'll go to somewhere else. So that's pretty much it, guys. Go and test this out. Let us know if you have any questions. And remember, if you do have any questions, we have 24/7 live chat support located in the bottom right-hand corner of our dashboard. So you can just click on this bad boy, type in your message, say, hey, I was just watching this YouTube video about how to create calendars. I'm wondering how I can do whatever your question is. And they will answer you any time of the day, any day of the week. All right, guys, make sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube. We'll see you in the next video.